So I've been trying to put this video together for 3 days, but because when I got the new GoPro I didn't update the software. Every time I thought I was turning the camera on, it was just actually turning itself on and off. It was coming on for about a second and then turning itself off. So the last bit of footage we got up in the Blue Mountains when it was raining didn't come out. The footage in Bathurst didn't come out. Yeah, a lot of footage didn't come out, so that's alright. We didn't see much of the Blue Mountains because it was shitty weather anyway, so we'll be doing that trip again at some point in the future. So I'll persevere with what I've got here, and we'll put a half-hearted video up and try to do better next time. Okay, but look where we are. Beautiful. Campfire getting ready for tonight.
You sound like Ponda Fruiter.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Say hello to everybody.
Hello, my little friend.
Show me your new haircut.
Ta-da!
She got rid of the grey ones.
Kangaroos. Just see their ears popping up and you go. So one of them come out then running behind us, then running beside us, then runs past us and right in front of the car and up the hill. He's determined, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Blackheath.
Blackheath?
Which is in the Blue Mountains National Park.
Jeez, look at them all going up the hill over there. Heaps of them. So many kangaroos around here. Oh, look, here's one. You might, right on the corner, a couple of them. Hi, guys.
They're pretty used to people around here.
Yeah. Very brown.
They haven't seen a lot of rain here, have they?
No. What would you do if you had a GoPro?
I'd probably use it. Shit navigator. Shit navigator. Shit camera woman.
You're very demanding. To the town of Blackheath, and we're up in the Blue Mountains, the first section of it. So this is the little town, and we're looking
Your
for a caravan
destination
park.
is ahead.
Oh look, there's the pub.
In the Blue Mountains, and we've come up to Hargraves Lookout. So let's have a little bit of a look. There's lots of those sandstone cliffs around here. Pity it's a little overcast. Officially opened in 1915, Hargraves Lookout's one of the more spectacular of the region, providing extensive views of the Southern Blue Mountains.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Mm. go. Ooh, spectacular.
You don't trust that too much. You're leaning off.
It's pretty solid. Done here. Just carved the steps out of the rock.
You don't want to have, what do they call it? Vertigo or anything while you're up here?
Yeah, I get a bit queasy, get a bit close to the edge.
It's not very wide across here, is it?
No.
How do you go?
More as long as I don't get too close to the edge. Heath, something look out.
Yeah? It was a nice, good walk, wasn't it? Yeah. Need to lose a bit of weight. Need to get fitter because I've been sitting on my ass too much. This is why it is such hard work. The knees are going, it's not good. This is the road in. We're just on our way out now. Yeah. But any car can go up it. You don't have to have a four-wheel drive. Steep hills.
Yeah. The truckies must hate going up and down this.
Yeah, I reckon. Bet you the caravan wouldn't like coming back this way. Hey?
No, the last time I was on a hill this steep I had it in first gear.
Yeah. Didn't you say the brakes were smoking?
You're in first gear now. I'm not touching the brakes.
Oh. No, but I mean, on the caravan, didn't you say the...
No, that was the truck in front of me.
Ah.
Safety ramp up there.
Eh?
Safety ramp.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it's been used very often.
That's probably
Caution, approaching
back in
average
the,
speed camera.
the 60s and 70s when the brakes weren't so good, it would have been used a bit more.
Yeah. I noticed a lot of those on these windy roads. I suppose the truckers hang on for dear life until they get to one when they're having trouble with their brakes.
sunny day in the Blue Mountains today. I can't believe it was 40 degrees 2 days ago. And now it's 16 degrees and it's pissing rain. We got to see a little bit today, but that's it. It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it's getting pretty dark. There's a little historic village called Hartley village. It's got some buildings here that were built between sort of 1840 and 1860 that you can have a wander around. So we'll have a bit of a look and see what there is. It was a family home built in 1846. The Great Western Road, so the road that runs from Sydney to Lithgow or on to Bathurst. So the first coach came across this road in 1824. It used to take 4 days to go from Parramatta to Bathurst, which you can do that today, even with traffic, 2 hours.
That's until they built the new coaches, wasn't it?
In 1856, the road improved.
3 days.
Yeah, knocked a day off it. Technology, eh? All overlooking the whole of the old Hartley village. So this was a staging post up until the 1869 when the railway came through and bypassed the village, and then it steadily declined after that. I don't know if you were educated in the 70s like I was, but I remember hearing in high school that the first people to cross the Great Dividing Range was Wentworth, Lawson and Blaxland. But in actual fact, Blaxland, Lawson and Wentworth turned around at the site of Cox's Pass, which was 62 kilometres or 68 kilometres short of where the next explorer went. So a guy by the name of, what was his first name? William Evans. So William Evans set out in November 1813, successfully accomplished his task, reaching the Macquarie River 42 miles or 68 kilometres beyond Bathurst, and was therefore the first European to cross the Great Dividing Range. So what they taught us at high school. In 1814, William Cox, a Hawkesbury magistrate, was to build the road from Bathurst Plains. 30 convicts in his working party were chosen because they were capable of hard work, and their reward was to be their freedom. They made 101.5 miles or 163 kilometres of road through rugged mountain country, building numerous bridges, splitting hundreds of posts and rails in 6 months without serious accident or loss of life. So that's some task today. Imagine 30 blokes, picks and shovels, building a track 163 kilometres long today. That would take 163 months for that to happen today. That's amazing. These were finished in 1848. Funded by donations from a couple of local families, and then a
That's the door there.
partition. That's it.
Underneath the house.
More sandstone.
Can you see inside?
Right. That looks like the kitchen. That's it. No entry that way. Pretty good foundations.
Okay.
Pretty good foundations. A few repairs over the years, I'd say. This entry only. I must have to come on a tour or something to go in here. to the church and the courthouse, you need a code, and there's a self-guided tour you can do, which you get from the information building there, and that's what it costs, $7 each. So, so this was built in 1848.
Okay, the confessional, you need
Get
to
in
go
there.
here. No.
Don't start that again.
That's you.
Dark in here, don't start that again. There you go. So I'll tell you, Jake. So there's a woman and her boyfriend having an affair, and the son comes home from school early one day and walks in and spies them in the bedroom. So he hides in the cupboard, and then a few minutes later the husband comes home early from work, and so the wife pushes the boyfriend into the cupboard as well, and he's standing in the cupboard, and all of a sudden he hears this little voice go, "Dark in here," and he goes, "What's that?" And he goes, little kid goes, "I've got a baseball," and the guy goes, "That's nice," and he goes, "Sell it to you for $250. And the guy goes, "No way." And he goes, "My dad's outside." He goes, "Oh, okay, deal." So anyway, off he goes. About 3 or 4 weeks later, same thing happens again. Wife pushes the fella into the cupboard again. In the cupboard again, he hears the little voice going, "Dark in here." And he goes, "Oh, what do you want this time?" He goes, "I've got a baseball bat." And the guy remembers what happened last time. He goes, "How much?" "I saw a baseball glove." And he goes, "How much?" And he goes, $750. He goes, "$750? He goes, "Dad's outside." "Yeah, okay, deal." So anyway, a couple of days later, Dad comes home to the little fella and he says, "Let's go outside and play catch with you grab your ball in your glove and we'll be able to play catch." And the kid goes, "Oh, I sold my ball in the glove." He goes, "Really? How much did you get for it?" He goes, $1,000. He goes, $1,000? I know what happened in here. That I'm taking you down to see the priest. We're going to go into confession and confess that that's a sin to sell something worth that little money to somebody you know for that much money. Let's come off to the church we go. So he goes into the church and the old man pushes him into the confessional, and he sits down in the confessional and he goes, "Dark in here," and the priest goes, "Don't start that shit again."
You're hilarious.
Bear in mind, this was built in 1848. This is their ventilation ideas for the windows. So, pull it window.
Yeah.
See, that opens.
Yeah, I don't want to pull too hard, I don't want to break it.
The one on the other side works a bit better.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you get a bit of air in without letting the birds and that come in. So.
That one's got a screen up top too. Oh no, the glass is just falling out, so don't bang it too much.
Amazing, huh? So, it's amazing to think this is all done with hand tools, huh? There's no battery operated grinders in them days. So this is a tour bus from the 1950s. Look how well dressed they all are. Yeah. It's a convict stockade at Cox's River crossing. So this is the courthouse in Hartley, which was built in 1837. Well, a nice piece of real estate.
My name's Benjamin Acton, but they call me Benny round here. Sorry if I seem to be squinting, but my eyes are just trying to get used to the light. That'll get better soon, to be sure. I was a ticket of leave man until 2 weeks ago, and I was arrested and charged with losing a flock of sheep that my employer asked me to watch over. I appeared before the bench of this courthouse. The constable that arrested me was really trying to convince the magistrate that I had stolen the sheep. But he couldn't prove it. It didn't matter anyway. The court found me guilty of losing the sheep and sentenced me to 14 days in solitary confinement.
See how it's made? I always wondered about those. You see them a lot. It's like on the mesh.
Oh, Encyclopedia Britannica.
Wash up basin.
Oh, they are. And this is so they used to do land releases by ballot, and this is the table where you get your title signed. This is the courtroom.
William Johnston, assigned servant to Reverend S. Marsden. In London, assigned servant to Mr. C. Marsden, both brought before the court on a charge of absconding from their masters. They were taken into custody by Corporal William Carroll of the Mounted Police.
There's the dock.
You go in there.
This will be all the.
Corporal Carroll, you swear that the evidence which you will give touching this matter shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
I'm innocent.
You're innocent?
Well,
Hold that there.
2
Stay
days
there.
ago, I found the prisoner at the bar of the Weather Court.
That is the house on the Bathurst Road, I mean.
Yes.
Pitch. So we've come out for a drive to the Jenolan Caves, which is about an hour's drive from Hartley. Nice windy country road, but they've got major roadworks out here, so if you want to come out to the caves you've got to book it online, and you need to get to this point an hour before your tour time, and then you've got to follow the escort vehicle. Actually water, that's not the floor of the cave, it's actually water. So you drop this here on the edge. And it's pretty clear water.
Steep climb out. And you can see how sharp the turns are.
You smell all the brakes coming down this morning, people riding their brakes.
Yeah.
It's amazing the number of people that don't understand that an auto transmission has a selection of gears in it that you can use to slow yourself down. I don't suppose they teach them that when they're getting their license, do they?
No, they don't. How are you today?
Better now.
Why?
The new GoPro.
Yeah.
Or new second-hand GoPro.
And what did we have to do to get this?
Yeah, so we originally set out to go to Penrith to buy a new one, but then we get there and then nothing from the old one fits the new one, so you got to buy all the new batteries and chargers and media mods and all that crap all over again. So I thought I'll look harder for an old GoPro 8, and then JB Hi-Fi thought they had one in stock, and then they rang the store that had it, which was 80 k's away, and they said no, it was a return, they couldn't sell it. So went and had a cup of coffee and started looking on Facebook Marketplace and found one that was about 20 k's from where we were. So we were in Penrith, and it was one of Marketplace was in Seven Hills, so we had to drive another 20 k's. So we've gone from Blackheath to Seven Hills and back to get a second-hand one. No, it's new. She's never used it.
In 1 kilometre, the motorway is on the right.
So we ended up getting it for $350. The new one, by the time I bought all the crap to go with it, would have been $800. So I figured it was worth the drive, and plus it's been raining up until
The motorway is on the right.
And then we've ended up with basically the same one that we had before, and all the accessories will fit that, so that'll do the job.
I think you're spoiled.
You can talk. When's the last time you cooked a meal, mate?
I could.
Falls, thought it'd be nice to look at because it's raining, but can't actually see anything.
Yeah, this is my
All the mist is in the valley, so we might go down the other side and see if we can see anything from there. The Wentworth Falls lookout, it's not looking too good to be able to see anything today.
Alright.
Can hear it.
Okay. Probably be more spectacular from down the bottom, but
Yeah.
I don't want to risk hurting my knee just to go and see it. It's just coming good.
What we're going to do, because the weather's meant to be like this for the next 4 or 5 days, we might head back inland, go down the bottom on the west side to Lithgow, and then maybe go across to Bathurst and give it a week, and then by then the weather might have cleared up here. So we'll have a look. Blackheath.
Blackheath.
It's wet and clouds are almost down at ground level.
Yeah.
So we're going to go west inland to Bathurst for a while.
Yeah.
And the weather's supposed to get better late this week, early next week.
So what did we think of the Blackheath Caravan Park?
It's ordinary.
Ordinary?
That's the only one in the area.
Yeah.
And it's dear, it's $49 a night.
Yeah.
The old toilets are old and shitty, and sites are okay, but
There's not many of them, so you really got to book ahead.
yeah.
The town itself isn't bad.
Yeah, town's nice.
Had a nice meal at the pub.
Yeah.
So aside from the weather, we've enjoyed our stay here.
Yeah, but the first day wasn't too bad, but it's been raining the last 3 days.
Yeah, so luckily we had power.
We'll go to Bathurst for a few days and have a look around there, and then hopefully the weather will pick up and we'll come back up this way, and then we'll go across to Wollongong direction and then back down the coast again. Hopefully the weather's going to get better. If not, we'll go back down inland.
Beautiful. So this is our continued adventure with our brand new GoPro.
Brand new second-hand GoPro.
The blue mountains are the misty mountains today.
Well, you can't have nice days every day, I suppose, can you?
No. But what was happening the last time we were going to come to the Blue Mountains? It was freezing and snowing.
Snowing there.
So I'd rather the mist and the rain to the snow, but we'll get here one day and it'll be sunny, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's supposed to find it towards the end of this week.
Yeah.
What's today? Sunday?
Today's Sunday.
Yes, I think from Thursday it's supposed to get nicer.
Ah, lovely.
Bathurst Showground. So this is a pretty good setup. It's right on the edge of town. Huge area, like they've got vans over there. Got room for vans here. They've got free camping over the other side there. And it's only $30 a night for power and water. So we're going to go and have a bit of a look around Bathurst for a few days, so the weather's a bit nicer down here than it was up the top, and we'll have a bit of a look around here, and then we might venture back up to the Blue Mountains in 3 or 4 days.
So I was doing a video of us going around Mount Panorama, so it'd be interesting to see how much we got of it, because the battery went flat. So I did the whole trip, so we'll have to go around again.
Yep, we'll do that.
But we'll do it another day.
We're going to get some food today.
Yeah. But I tell you, it's interesting, because like I'm not big on car racing, and like you see these cars going around and you just think, oh yeah. But once you drive around the track, geez, some of it's really steep coming down and everything, and the turns are quite tight, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and getting a play-by-play from the boss here about what speed they're going at each section of the track. We'll have to
compared to big four-wheel drive.
driving all over the place. So it'll be interesting to see. Hope you enjoy it.
we thought we'd do some inside activities.
Inside activities for this
We're
raining?
at the Motor Racing Museum in Bathurst. So we'll have a look around here.
Are you happy?
Should the navigator know where the camera is at any given time?
Well, she would if she was the one putting you in the car.
Well, why isn't she the one putting
Why
it
don't you put it in the same place all the time?
I
You don't.
do. You fucking do.
You
You
shit.
move shit.
Your shit husband.
Shit navigator. Shit camera woman. Shit
Oh,
navigator.
look, this is why we're so grumpy. It is shitty outside. It's just pissing down with rain.
It's so cold. I just went and bought a hoodie. I haven't got any warm clothes.
He didn't bring his dressing gown, so he needs his hoodie for in the morning. Yes, it's another beautiful rainy day here in Bathurst. So we're coming up to a place called Abercrombie House. I thought we'd have a look around.
Parking this way.
Mm-hmm. It looks like a few cars here. Ten to 4, yeah. So we're
very interesting if you're into historic buildings in particular. Started building it in the 1920s, but the big house that's there now sort of was built in the the 1820s. The big house was built in the 1850s, and lots of history to it. Worth a look, definitely. $10 a head for seniors, I think 15 for adults, and I think $5 for kids, but yeah, definitely worth having a look. So we're back in Lithgow, or just out of Lithgow, at a free camp called Lake Wallace, and it's a huge camp area. It goes right around the dam, and we've sort of got a spot in a fair way down the track. There's hardly anybody in here. Up the front bit as you just come in, there's quite a few people there, but just at this bit it's nice and quiet, and look, the sun's finally come out. So we've had a week with pretty much rain every day, and when we were up in the Blue Mountains, which is up around that 1,000 metres above sea level, it got so foggy that you couldn't really see more than about 50 or 60 metres. So we went down to Bathurst and thought we'd have a look around there, but we were sort of restricted to doing indoor activities because it was miserable there too. So we had a look at a couple of historical sites and the museum and that, which was good. But hopefully this weather's going to stay like this for a couple of days, and we'll go back up over the mountains and hopefully down the east coast, like from Wollongong, and then follow the coast back down to Victoria. So we'll see how we go, but we'll have a look around here while we're here.
and someone spotted a jetty, so he's coming down to have a look. This is what Jimmy looks like when he's thinking about fishing. Snuck up on ya. Pretty, isn't it? Is there any fish in there? So clear, you can see down to the bottom. Too shallow?
Only a couple foot deep.
Yeah? Jump in and have a look.
No,
How cold's the water?
too cold for swimming. Hassan's Wall Reserve, and this is apparently the highest lookout in the Blue Mountains at 1136 metres. So we'll go and have a look. At least you can see today the clouds are up high enough. You get the rock formations.
What's going on?
We're looking for the lost city that we lost.
Uh-huh. When you said we were going out to have a look at something, I wasn't expecting to be four-wheel driving.
Stop sucking.
Stop looking.
Where's the sense of adventure?
See that big deep trench?
So I can put you in there and nobody ever know.
Yeah. They'd find me eventually. Then you'd be in trouble. My kids would know what you did.
Yeah.
All of them.
The kids ever help you to go.
Big puddles. The wettest track I've seen in a long time. Actually, I don't think I've ever been on one this wet.
Really?
No.
I bet the one near Agnes Wallace.
I think I passed out on that one. Now look, see? That's very wet. Here.
We won't go through that one.
No.
Go around the lake.
Oh, look, no.
What?
Oh, look, the big hole. There. Oh, okay, I'm gonna hang on. This is what Jimmy does, Jimmy. And there's a big hole. And now we're going sideways. And I better push the mirror in.
Seriously, there?
Better push your mirrors in. All right. I'm hanging up now. So we've come as far as we go. The road is blocked off here, so unless we're going to hike down, this is as far as you go by car. How beautiful it is. Come across some army guys training young people, and looks like they're doing the hike, so they should be down here in a little while. But yeah, you can see you can't get through here with the car. Not that Jimmy wouldn't try, but I reckon he'd scratch it pretty good. So you can see the trail goes down, so I don't know how bad it is for walking, but it might not be that bad. We could probably go for a little bit of a hike. I'll let him put his drone up first, but wow, isn't it beautiful out here? It's amazing.
ago, and it was like this, and we thought we'd go down to Bathurst and let it fine up, and it did fine up for a couple of days. Then we come into Hartley yesterday, and it was a beautiful day. Sun's out, you can see for miles and miles. And then we get up this morning, think we'll go up to the up to Katoomba and have a look at the Scenic World cable car and that, and this is what we got. So I won't be doing much sightseeing
Caution,
today.
approaching speed camera.
It's annoying. Find Scenic World, and the more we go, the grayer it gets, and the more disgusting. It's just fucking trying to stop us. It's going, just fuck off, you're not going.
So this is our, will this be our 4th attempt at having a look at the Blue Mountains?
So there's the sign, if you can see it through the fog and shit.
Yeah, good day for sightseeing,
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah. Very disappointing. Main Street.
Katoomba.
Katoomba.
Cafe, don't
There's a cafe. No, this is it's a bus zone as well.
we? Your parking's a bit of a premium here.
Yeah. We just go to Macca's. There's a parking spot there.